Check. Whoa. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the AfroMattt Show. This is episode number 153. Welcome. If you are new, thank you for, finding... Lucky you for finding this. And if you are returning, thank you again for your... continued support. Thank you again for your continued support. You can find me everywhere on social media, whatever. Blah. What am I even doing? Am I plugging social media? All right. Let's get started with the newest book I've finished is finished. I've just finished One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Good book. I looked into the author. The author is pretty chill. His name is Kesey, something like that. He is a literal MK Ultra victim. The CIA came to Stanford University, and they're like, "Yo, Stanford students, we need brave individuals who want to try an experimental drug." And Ken Kesey signed up and took the experimental drug, which is LSD. He fried himself up real good with LSD, and he just became a cool dude in the 60s. He drove around this big bus that was a party bus, but for just getting high off free LSD. He co-found the Grateful Dead. The group that became the Grateful Dead got together on his bus, which is crazy. But overall, just kind of a cool dude. The book is really interesting. It's about, Ken Kesey, he's a great writer, and I didn't realize this, but he was illiterate for part of his life. So he must have he probably just has a stupid high IQ, to where he can learn how to speak English, after or write English after being an adult. He worked on dairy farms his whole life. He's a real good old country boy, who just became a hippie. The book is really good. I haven't ever seen the movie, so when I read the book, I'm gonna watch the movie later. The book is about it's told from the perspective of this big Indian guy, not Indian like Native American Indian. It's a big Native American guy who is called Mr. Broom. They call him Mr. Broom. His last name is Chief Bromden is his name, but they call him Chief Broom, and because all he does is sweep. And he's in a mental institution. One day, this guy gets there, McMurphy. McMurphy causes all sorts of chaos. It becomes kind of McMurphy butting heads with the head nurse, Miss Ratshed. So, and it's all kind of the whole story, and it's very obvious that this is what it is. So I'm not reaching or anything when I say this, but it's an allegory for the real world. So we're all living inside of this insane asylum, right? And there are powers at B, aka Miss Ratshed, that are trying to control everything in an orderly manner, and everyone inside, before McMurphy gets there, everyone's kind of chill with their life, but they don't realize what they don't have. He gets there, they make a basketball team, he gets them playing poker, he gets all these fun things, they go on a fishing trip, all these things that they've never done because McMurphy's there, and he tells them all this cool stuff, and he fights for them and against Ratshed. And it's a really cool book. I myself have problems with authority and authority figures. I've had it my whole life. I just don't like cops. I've never been okay with teachers and stuff like that. I've been a bit of a troublemaker. So the book resonated with me. It's a nice book, and the ending, I'm not going to spoil it here. I wonder if the movie's the same. If you've seen the movie, it's 60 years old, so you probably know what happens. But it's a really, really good book. I like it a lot, and I'm surprised that they taught it in colleges, honestly, because it's such a like an anti-establishment. And I know colleges used to be like cool like that, but now they're just kind of like somewhere along the line colleges flipped to where instead of free thinking, it's your enforcing your thought, you know. That being said, the book was like maybe I'd say honestly a 9 out of 10. The writing was really good. He has really good imagery. Like there's one scene I keep on remembering where, you know, McMurphy comes to shake the Indian's hand and he describes the dirt under the fingernails, the creases on his skin like a desert, and it's like you could see it like it's zoomed in, like coming out of the fog, like reaching to shake his hand. I mean, it really vivid, really vivid. I love his visuals. His characters are cool. Like McMurphy's just the goat. But yeah, that's that book. Now let's get into the news. We have to book it today because there's news. A ton. Some days are slow. This is not a slow day. Is this the news? Oh no, this is TikTok time. What the? Here it is. The news. Today we are drinking Red Bull. I don't know if I said that already. Drinking Red Bull yet again. It's got a hold on me. Firm hold. Okay, so in the news today, so I've been just going over the news, and every time I hear a new stat about corporate layoffs, I've been collecting them. So over this week alone, here's what's happened. PayPal has laid off 9% of its employees, which amounts to 2,500 people. UPS, UPS is the biggest one. UPS laid off 12,000 employees. I don't even know how many UPS employees they have. I feel like 12,000's got to be a good chunk. Also, UPS posting its largest year of all time and deciding to just cut people. I guess you don't have large years unless you make some cuts. eBay, 9% of its employees. Riot Games, if you don't know, is one of the biggest game producers of all time. League of Legends, if you've heard about it, probably the most popular Chinese, fighter. It's like a top-down tactical, like, I don't know, you move pieces around and you shoot people, but like not guns, like magic. It's a popular game. It's like huge in China. It's like they fight for like $12 million in the finals, and they have it's in a stadium. So, yeah, Riot Games lays off 11%. Pixar, I wasn't expecting this, but I actually, in hindsight, kind of realized why. Pixar lays off 20%, and that's because the latest Pixar movies have been absolute dog shit. Like, usually every now and then I'll be like, oh, Up, that looks like a nice movie to go maybe invite the girlfriend, get some popcorn. It's chill. It's maybe like it feels like 45 minutes. Like it's a good time killer. Maybe on a weekend before lunch. It's chill. The recent Disney Pixar movies, let's just look this up. I feel like they've been so dog shit. Okay, here's a list. This is on. Okay, the list apparently is just like literally one movie. Elemental. Oh, I actually did see this movie. I did see Elemental. And it was honestly forgetful. Like, I don't even remember what happened. It was about like a flame and a water boy that get together, and it's like, oh cute, they're opposites. It's sort of a Romeo and Juliet type situation with that movie. But yeah, one movie in a year. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but rip them. Honestly, their whole jobs are going to be replaced by AI anyways. You can literally type. There's an AI I saw. You can type in what you want, and it will animate it in like real time. You can, hey, do a horse galloping through a field, and you type it in, and it's like, oh, here's your 30-second clip that is not, doesn't exist. We just created it. Here it is. I heard that you can use 5 minutes of anyone's voice and AI them. Like there's like, okay, don't do this, but there is enough footage of myself throughout my podcast that you could make me say literally anything. Although, don't, is what I'm saying. But you could, but don't. I'm saying you could. For instance, you could do that to Joe Rogan, which would be funnier because people know him. It would be funny if Joe Rogan said, "Hey, I'm joking," and then you had David Goggins respond to him, "Oh, you're joking? I'm edging." You know, that's a good bit. Them David Goggins yelling to you about joke maxing and edge maxing and mewing. That's a good bit. What else is happening? Let's see. What do we got here? King Charles. Okay, now this is good news. We're going to start off with some good, positive news. King Charles has cancer. This might be the best news of the day.
Involving the royal family. King Charles III has been diagnosed with a form of cancer. Let's get straight to CNN's Max Foster. So, Max, what are you learning?
What are you learning?
Well, it follows off the back of the King's medical treatment that he had.
Honestly, when I saw this, I was actually kind of pumped up. Like, the only thing that would be better than hearing that King Charles has cancer. Also, why do they say he has a form of cancer? That sounds so bizarre. Like, people have cancer. They don't have, like, forms of cancer. They have, like, I don't know what it's like, a sect. I've never heard someone say I have a form of cancer. He is a form of cancer on society. The royal family, maybe that's what they mean. Maybe that's what they're trying to say. He is a form of cancer. He literally is, I mean, he's been to Jeffrey Epstein's island probably 1 billion times. Jeffrey Epstein has been to his house, Queen Elizabeth's house, multiple times, which is like, Maxwell, there's photographic evidence. You can look it up for yourself. Or I did a podcast episode like a year ago about it. But yeah, King Charles has cancer. What do we know and what we don't know? How the cancer was identified. Charles' recent health problems started last month when Buckingham Palace announced on January 17th that the king would attend hospital to undergo a corrective procedure for a benign enlarged prostate. Oh, man. You know, he must have not got the memo from literally every company in America that they've been pumping shit into the food to just like blow up people's prostates and shit. Cancer. I mean, what? And also, this guy's like 100 years old, right? 75-year-old British monarch. Separate procedure for an enlarged prostate. I'm gonna look that up off screen. What does an enlarged prostate look like? Damn. Okay, so it's nothing gross. It's just like I'm seeing like x-rays and it just looks like a bunch of shit. Like it looks like you have like shit in your balls. Like your balls have been like full of literal shit. So this is wait. Also, it's telling me that the way that they check is by shoving a finger up your ass, which is pretty funny because there is someone who had to shove his finger into the King of England's asshole. Are you ready, my highness? May I insert my finger into your ass? He's like, please do. You know he's a freak. King Charles, please do. Be my guest. Speaking the king's English. Well, I don't suppose you have any lube for that hand. Please be gentle. Please be gentle. What we don't know. The palace has not said how serious the cancer is or how early it was detected, nor did it specify what type of treatments the monarch would be receiving. I can guarantee he's going to be receiving the brain treatment, which is where he just gets head and dome from babes imported in from all over the world, which is surely what he's still doing. You think someone can just quit that, by the way? Like, once Jeffrey Epstein went to prison, everyone's like, oh, I guess I'm fine now. I guess I just won't do what I was doing every month for the last 12 years. I guess I'm done. You think that's really what's happening? No. He is getting the dome treatment for his cancer. He's like, doctor, I'm going to self-prescribe dome. It's a dumb joke. It's retarded. I'm gonna self-prescribe dome. Would you mind if I self-prescribed dome? Some head, if you would. Speaking of head, man accused of beheading his father was steeped in conspiracy theories. Also, so this headline is really weird because man accused of beheading his father. This man, I don't know why he's accused of. He held up his father's head on a live stream on YouTube. Like, it doesn't get much more kind of cut and dry. This guy's dead. I have his head in my hand. So this guy, what's his name? This guy right here. Look at this guy. His name is Justin Moan. Justin Moan, age 32, following his arrest in connection with the death of his father on Tuesday, January 30th. Pennsylvania police say Moan decapitated his father and showed his head in a video uploaded to YouTube. Moan, who was arrested this week and charged with murdering his father, posted a video on... This is all kind of like... This is modern day... I don't want to say Shakespeare. I think it might be more... kind of it's bigger than Shakespeare. This is prehistoric. This is the Iliad. This is the Oedipus, what is it? Oedipus. What are those? The ancient Greek plays. Yeah, the Oedipus cycle. This is Greek mythology playing out in real time in a modern stage. This man was charged for murdering his father. He posted a video of him holding up his father's head. His disembodied head wrapped in plastic in a video. Moan ranted about far-right conspiracy theory. Oh, okay. And other sometimes disjointed messages. Is there a transcript of what he said? The 15-minute video post to YouTube and since removed. Yeah, imagine if they left that up. Imagine if he was getting ad revenue. Like, you saw a Coca-Cola ad on the beheading video. Also, he does the Mr. Beast post with his dad's head. I chopped off my dad's head for $12 billion. In parentheses, schizo post. He touched on several far-right talking points, including saying that there was an invasion of immigrants on the border. That progressive cities like San Francisco have become lawless. And that LGBT community, Antifa, and Black Lives movements were extremist organizations. Okay, guys. Look, I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying that he may have been spitting. Let my man cook. My man cooked way too hard, actually. My man cooked way too hard. The perceived threats of immigrants, anti-fascist activists aligned with Black Lives Matter, LGBT communities have been favored narrative of the far-right influencers. Okay, I mean, so this is being, it's because he was far right, he beheaded his dad. That makes perfect logical sense. When you phrase it like that, because he's right wing, he murdered his dad. Therefore, so this is the logical argument, right? In logic form. Justin Moan is white. Okay. Justin Moan is white. Justin Moan is right wing. Therefore, Justin Moan must behead his dad. because every person who believes in this stuff murders his dad and beheads him and then posts a video about it. That's just what happens. Everyone knows that. The perceived threat of immigrants, several books were available on Amazon under Moan's name, including a 2020 pamphlet called America's Coming Bloody Revolution. His most dystopian novel, apparently published just last month, begins with the scene where recent university graduates were led to their death by a character with blue hair who Moan just gives a homophobic epithet for a name. Oh. I'm not gonna go into these books. I did buy the Ted Krasinski's books. I don't know how Amazon just lets anyone publish anything, I guess. Hey, this cat, I'm sorry. You gotta go. This cat's encroaching. Also, I heard that he makes music, so let's listen to some of his music here. Okay, well, this has been scrubbed completely from every single source, like Twitter, Reddit. I literally cannot find his music. But apparently he had like a published album, he had published books. Please, cat, no. All right. So yeah, this guy, apparently, I mean, he's locked down. They've got him on lock. Probably good news. What do we got here? What do we got? News. Continue on with the news. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that guy for a long time. Justin Moan, I mean, I don't know what he said. I never saw the video. I never saw it. I don't know what he was saying, so I can't comment on it, but it sounds like he maybe had a couple good points. ChatGPT, let's continue. ChatGPT, I mean, he shouldn't have cut off his dad's head. Guys, is that crazy to say? That was a little bonkers. Crazy guys doing crazy shit. Just a crazy dude. He's just a crazy dude. ChatGPT probably won't help create biological weapons. OpenAI says. So this is we're going to sandwich these with, we'll go heartwarming, decapitation. Heartwarming, whatever. Apocalyptic event, right? We're going to sandwich these and we'll get through it. We'll get through the news, guys. This is how we do it. This is another heartwarming news headline. ChatGPT probably won't create biological weapons, OpenAI says. So OpenAI is ChatGPT, the granddaddy of AI. OpenAI thinks there's only a slight chance that ChatGPT could be used to create biological threats. The AI startup said that in ChatGPT 4 model provided its most mild uplift in the ability to create biological weapons, but warned that future models could be more helpful for malicious actors looking to use chatbots to help make bioweapons. Imagine hackers, imagine a future where it's like, instead of hackers just hacking in and stealing your password, they are biologically hacking and creating bioweapons that they cough onto you, and it makes you whatever, makes your prostate blow up, fill with shit, and then you literally become the king of England. Not literally, you figuratively become like him. Experts have warned that AI could be used to facilitate biological terror attacks, either by helping terrorists create biological chemical weapons or by helping them plan their attacks. One time my friend accidentally made a biological weapon in his bathroom. He was he was cleaning his room. He was cleaning his bathroom, and he mixed ammonia and bleach. And he was scrubbing his toilet and scrubbing his sink and getting into the toilet. And it started to. He's like, "Why are my eyes hurting?" He's like, "I was coughing and I was snot coming out of my nose." And he called his mom, and he said that he called his mom, and he's like, "Yo, I don't know what's going on. I can't. I'm having a hard time breathing." He's like, "I'm just cleaning my bathroom." She's like, "Did you?" Did you mix ammonia and bleach? And he's like, yes, I'm just cleaning my. Okay, you just made phosphorus gas, or what is it? You just mustard gassed yourself. Oh man, it's one of the funniest stories. It's so funny because if you know this person, it's even funnier because he's a nice, lovable dude, super funny, but he's just so funny. He almost gassed himself to death. Oh God, man, yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Others within the tech industry have also expressed alarm. So like this is what I'm talking about. You cannot stop this. You cannot stop it. There's so much red tape for anything to get done in this country that by the time that they come to an agreement on what even to put in this bill, they would have already made bioweapons. You realize this, right? It takes so long. It has to go through all these. And I'm not advocating for a dictatorship here. Okay? That's not what I'm not saying, oh, it takes too long to get things done. We just need one person saying everything. No. I'm saying that there's like, and I don't even know how other places do. I don't know how how societies even really work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But it is kind of crazy to think about, like, in order to put a bill, these people write like 500-page legal documents, and like one person reads them, and then they're like, well, I want to add this phrase. I want to move this phrase right here so that we get a $200,000 bonus at the end of the year. And then the other people are like, well, that seems a bit extreme. How about we do 300,000? And then they're like, well, I want 300,000, but I don't want you to. And then so now they're like, also I want to add something right at the bottom of this that says, yes, you can make bioweapons, but you can also hold a rocket launcher. You can use AI to make a rocket launcher. That type of stuff. And it kind of goes back and forth and bounces back and forth, and then some party gets mad, and then they're like, we're just not going to vote. It seems like a giant kindergarten. You know what? We're just all gonna vote no. The next time you vote, if you don't vote like how I want, we're just gonna say no. We're just gonna all not vote, and we don't even care. We'll just go into a full-on fucking government lockdown. That's what we need. It's literally our government, I think, is being held hostage. I don't even know by what side, and I don't even care because it really doesn't matter, because either side could do this, which is, I mean, it just depends on what's written on the document. One side's going to do it, one side's not. And it's like, in trying to think of even a way to write a bill, like you can't even you can't have your AI do anything that's illegal. Like, how do you even program that? People already, they banned like AI porn, like right off rip in their and like instantly it became a separate market. Like there's a whole separate market for AI. Like, you type in Katy Perry big tits nude, and it pops up, and you're like, boing, 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 boing. You just type like, Drake stroking his meat, and then AI will scrub the internet and find Drake actually scrubbing his meat and just send that to you. Stroke that thing, cuzzo. Here's another happy. Dude, this is such a good episode. So much happy news. Video shows Indiana lawmaker showing holstered gun to students who were advocating for gun control. So I'm all for owning guns. I own a gun. And actually, I'm going to take it a step further, and I am all for brandishing your gun. Now, I'm under the assumption that brandishing is separate from carrying. Carrying you can either open carry, which is it just on your hip shown, or you can hidden carry, which is it concealed carry. You hide it in your like waistband with a special holster, and those are the two ways. But brandishing is when you hide it and you just kind of lift up your shirt just a little bit, and just to show them you got it on you, right? I'm a huge fan of that. I've said this before. If the line is taking too long at Chick-fil-A, lift that shirt up. They got your order wrong at McDonald's. Hey, I want you to take this back, and I want you to give it to me for free. Lift that shirt up just a little bit. Stretch. Maybe stretch. Make it look casual. Oh, I don't know why I'm busting a nut. You're just like, yeah, you just stretch. Just show a little bit of the gun. They'll see it. They know it. They'll know it's there. Right? Make it a little bit of an event. Make their day an event. Get out there. Get out there and make people's day an event to remember. Give them a story they'll tell to their friends. Yo, dude, this guy came into work and he said that we got his order wrong. We put mayo on his burger, and he came back and he lifted his shirt and showed us he had a full-on rifle in his band, bro. Got a switch on that thing. All right, there are way too many cats in here. Get out of here. All right, Indianapolis. A video taken by a high school student. That makes it even funnier. This guy's brandishing to high school students. This guy's flexing his gun on a high school student. I think he has two guns. Who are visiting the state house to talk to legislators about gun control. A student from Burris Laboratory School in Monkey told the Associated Press that she and 4 other students were in the state capitol on Tuesday to participate in a day of advocacy for student demands action, an arm of every town for gun safety. Elena Trissel, age 17, said state Republican Jim Lucas asked the students what brought them to the Capitol and began to defend gun rights. Please tell me there's a video. Here, I mean, this picture is so good. This picture is so good. Let's watch.
Mass shooting there in years.
And those people are dependent upon what their government tells them what they can and can't do. They're not free. You're not truly free if you can't defend yourself.
So, do you mean by carrying a...
Yes, I'm carrying it right now.
See, and nothing about that makes me feel safe, though. I'm saying nothing about someone carrying a gun makes me feel safe. It makes me feel threatened. Okay, and that's what this is about. This is about feelings. Yes, it is.
People that want to kill you don't care about your feelings, though.
Exactly.
I mean, this guy's spitting. Spitting facts. And I mean, dude, that's so funny. This girl, this guy is kind of Ben Shapiro pilled, which is kind of gay. But he's like the whole, facts don't care about your feelings. Actually, facts don't care about your... Shut up, Ben Shapiro. Shut your, your mouth. Shut your mouth. For real. But this whole thing is like, I mean, it's just so funny. He brandished in front of high school students. I need to... You guys, they are not writing... The Associated Press are not writing their headlines correctly. This should be Indiana lawmaker brandishes in front of high school students, because then you're like, brandishes what? First off, brandishes what? And then you realize it's a gun. And you're like, damn, this guy's flexing his piece on on high schoolers. Oh man. Also, first off, if this girl really didn't feel safe, she would leave the situation. Like, I guarantee you, if this guy was like, and I'm not saying that this girl is racist, but I'm saying if this guy was like, had a ski mask on and had tattoos all over him and he was wearing a white tank top and he was not in a business suit and he brandished, she would leave the situation, because that's truly feeling unsafe. And I didn't mention any sort of race, because you can imagine a white person in that same situation, some sort of like white trash, wife beater tee, talking to a girl. And if that same guy brandishes a gun, you are leaving. If this guy looks like an English teacher. I mean, this guy looks like a history teacher. If he brandishes a gun, no one's gonna feel unsafe. I don't even feel. I probably wouldn't even feel unsafe. I ask to hold it. Can I shake your hand, sir?
Exactly, that's the problem. That's the problem. There's absolutely no empathy, no sympathy.
No, I'm up here fighting to protect your right to be able to defend yourself against people that want to.
Yeah, I look, this is my stance on gun control. I will never understand fighting for less rights. Like, that's just not something I can even wrap my head around. Like, just as a human. Like, advocating for less rights. And someone please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong here. That's what these people are advocating for. They're actively advocating for less rights. I don't think I'm off the mark there. Literally, like, this is how bad it is. This is how bad it could get, right? It's a slippery slope. This is how bad it could get. Literally, Britain has banned quote-unquote zombie knives. This is the funniest shit I've heard all day.
The UK government is introducing a ban on zombie knives and machetes. If you've got one, you can surrender it to the police so that they can scrap it. That's what we're going to do with this knife right now, innit? We're going to melt it down and that. The government tried to ban...
The government banned zombie knives. They've banned zombie knives. So a zombie knife is any knife with serration and that's advertised as for killing zombies.
And zombie knives and that before, but it didn't work because there was a loophole. The loophole was that as long as the knife doesn't have any images or words on it that incite violence, you can still sell it. But the new laws mean that even if the knife is blank and it doesn't have any images or words of violence, it's still illegal, you get me? So that's going to make it a lot more difficult.
Dude, Britain has lost the plot. They have lost the plot so hard. They're banning knives. They're banning knives. They're banning knives. I mean, what is the difference of a zombie knife and just a kitchen knife? People are just gonna stab people if they want to stab people. You guys, they've lost the plot completely. You could stab someone with a pencil. I've seen John Wick do it. You can kill someone with like if gang people if okay, that sounded bad. Gang members want to kill someone, if they want to prick someone up, a lot of times they'll do it with toothbrushes. This is what they do in prison where they don't have knives. Knives are actually banned. People still get stabbed. If people want to stab people, people will stab people. They will find a way. Exact same logic applies to guns. If someone wants to shoot someone, they will shoot them. If not, they'll find another way. Maybe they'll just drive their car through their house. That might be the next step for England. We're banning all automatic cars. You've got to have an automatic driving car now, because the government says too many people are driving their car through buildings and killing people. Like, they've lost the plot so hard. But like that's the thing. I don't understand at all ever advocating for less rights. That's like me. That's like a group of people that are like, we need more surveillance. Guys, we need we want more cameras, and we want facial AI recognition that tells me where everyone is at all times. It's like a level of like weird emotional trauma. Like, some of these people I think have like control trauma, where they feel like they've lost control and they need control. Like, maybe they had overbearing parents, and that control, they feel like they need to control something to get back at their parents or something. I don't know how it works. Some psychologists, DM me, but that I feel like there's something there, because some of these people are like, they just want you to do stuff. Like they want you to do this. They want you to, and it's like, yo, just lay off and be chill, my guy. Dude, Britain banning knives is so funny. Imagine getting stabbed with scissors. Imagine getting killed in Britain with scissors. I mean, that's crazy. Oi, prof. Did you get your knife permit? Oh, I'm open carry knife. I've got an open carry knife. Look, literally, you can buy knives like this at a gas station in America. This is a gas station knife. That's crazy. Britain banning knives might be the biggest news. Let's see if we can read any more about it. Zombie knives to be banned in England and Wales come September. So-called zombie knives and machetes will be banned in England and Wales from September. The British government said on Wednesday, making it illegal to possess, sell, and manufacture and transport them as it seeks to the usage concerned over knife crime. Legislation will be introduced in Parliament. The Home will surrender with a surrender scheme planned over the summer to give people who have such knives a chance to voluntarily hand them in. I mean, is this real? Guys, take a step. Is this real life? There are banning knives. While fatal shootings are rare in Britain, knife crime has risen over the past decades. Guys, see, look, this is, if someone wants to kill someone, they will kill them. It doesn't matter if it's a knife. They will have mass school knifings in America if you ban guns. It will happen. In the year June 2023, some 257 people lost their lives to knives or sharp instruments. Okay, guys, 200, those are rookie numbers, actually. It seems like not a lot of people dying. I mean, it's sad, yes, but I mean, is that a lot? I don't know. That seems kind of like, I feel like we've hit 200 knife stabbings like 2 months in. Like they did it all in 2020. Also, we have a huge population, but I mean, our knives are so their knives are our guns, and we outgun them. You know, that's what I'm saying. We're more efficient, I guess, at killing, at violence. That's our main export, I guess, is violence. A lot of those zombie knives are probably coming from America too, and China. China loves those zombie knives. Speaking of Europe is kind of erupting into some sort of Europe's farmers' protests have erupted across Europe, and here's why. Farmers are holding protests across Europe, clogging the streets with their tractors, blocking... Okay, they found a bug. My cat's found a bug, and that's why they're freaking out. Clogging the... blocking ports and pelting the European Parliament with eggs over a long list of complaints, from environmental regulation to excessive red tape. We are no longer making a living from our profession, one aggrieved farmer in Paris told CNN. Oh, I should say that. We are no longer... No, that's China. That might be Japanese. We are no longer making... Okay, horrific. Okay. While some of the most dramatic protests have been in France, so dude, France knows how to protest. I saw a video of them. They took all the tractors and stuff, and like the septic tanks, and they were just pouring septic, like just shit all over the Parliament buildings. I'm like, dude, that's just good thinking. Like, no one wants to clean that. It's like, who's gonna do that? First of all. And it smells bad. It's like emotional. It's like an emotional attack, because it's like you're covering their house with shit. That's what we need to do. We need to be finding, this what is it, Finkelstein or Jerry Finkel, the guy who owns BlackRock, and just like pouring shit from like, You know those like bomber runs that the planes will do when they have to put out a fire, and they grab like a big scoop of water from a swimming pool with like a like like a giant. They come down and they grab it and then they pour it over. Do that with septic, like just full septic, and just fill his house with septic fluid. Dump it in his pool. Take a shit in his his well. Whatever. These people need to learn their manners. I mean, for some people, there's just it's never enough. Like, these people are like all consuming. It's like there's never enough, and it's like that boomer mentality. I think that there was a major point somewhere in history, and I'm not old enough to know when this point was. But it went from boomers realizing that the American dream is attainable, and then there was like maybe a flip switch to where they realized that the American dream, anyone who had attained it had attained it already. It was attainable, and then one time maybe they got it, maybe they didn't. They were super close. Then they realized that everything has been bought and sold. And it's kind of it was from then on, it's been a smash and grab of boomers trying to steal as much earthly possessions as possible. Like, just things. They just need things, right? They're just crawling and kind of like grasping, like they're sinking in sinking sand, just trying to grab things, stuffing in their pockets and in their shirts, and just filling themselves up with things. I need this house. I need this land. I don't even need land. I can't even move. I don't need land. I just want it. I want it. My kids aren't going to see a cent of this. I'm not going to die. I'm going to stay alive forever. That's what these boomers. I'm not talking about all boomers. There's boomers right now that are perfectly fine with where they're at in life. Very content. My grandparents, I love them. That's them, right? But there are boomers out there, I know, because I talk to them all the time, who own, 5 properties, right? And they're like, well, we're thinking about making a move. We're thinking about, we have our summer villa, but we're thinking about maybe getting a lake house, something with a private dock. I know that's $300,000 extra. We were thinking maybe we could offer $400,000. But yeah, we have that property in Idaho. We're thinking about doing some sort of lodge cabin style, maybe up in Colorado. And it's these people that are just like, they're in their 60s, 70s, and they're just like old, but they just need more stuff. Like, you're old. You need to be, they haven't come to this sort of like maybe realization or maturity level where they're like, we don't need. They're still kind of maybe in that Depression era mindset when they're like, we don't have enough. We never have enough. This could all be ripped out from under me. I need more. I need more. I need more. And then everyone else, like literally everyone else after them, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, we're just like, we're competing for scraps. There are like 0 homes on the market. Because the boomers, first off, refuse to die, but they refuse to sell for more than, a massive retarded profit. I know what it's worth. My home's the best on the block. I bought it for $15. That type of shit. I'm not gonna shit on boomers all day. All right, let's get into TikTok time. TikTok time. We did it earlier. Here's the music. That is not it. Nope. There it is. TikTok time. What TikToks do we have today? Let's start off with, this is always a good one. Every now and then I'm blessed with a new, not even just a new TikTok, but like a new realm of TikTok. There's a niche. This is the thing about it, the internet is there's a niche for everything. That being said, let's watch this video.
Now it's time to fat test Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Welcome to Hogwarts. And
so this is combining two of my favorite things, fat people and Disney adults.
Tested travel. I'm Jason Vaughn. I'm currently about 370 pounds. I'm 5 foot 8 inches tall with a 54-inch waist, and I fat test rides all over the world so you can know what you can be comfortable with. And this is Harry Potter and the Forbidden.
What I love about this is that the market that he's catering to, in this video I guarantee you has 1 million views, are people that are going to Universal Studios who are very fat. And there's enough of an audience that he makes money from doing, like, making this content.
Forbidden Journey. We're going to check the test seat, the ride itself, and do a POV and talk about the ride. So here are the test seats. They have two side by side. It looks like they are exactly the same. So these are the same seats that are on the outside of the rides, and they apparently have a little bit more room. So.
Oh, yes.
This has to turn green.
Oh, man. He really is just squeezing himself into that
My
ride.
arm's actually in the way on this one.
His arm's too fat on this one.
Can't do that.
His arm is too fat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. So we're going to try the actual ride now and see what it's like.
He's like, well, this failed,
was my
so let's
first time
ride
going
the
through
ride.
The queue, and whether you can fit on the ride or not, I highly recommend going with your party through the queue if you're able to.
All right, so this is how retarded this guy is. He just loves the line. He said even if you can't ride the line, if you can't ride the ride, just go for the line.
And just check it out because there's so much cool stuff here.
Perhaps the dragon's just what we need.
What a dreadful thing to say, Salazar.
A few muggles might be just what the Slytherin team needs.
It is kind of cool, actually. Those are cool. Those look like, they don't look like TVs, but they look like maybe projections or something. Like talking paintings are always dope. There was a restaurant I used to go to that had a talking painting that talked every like 30 minutes, and it was like some like shitty American food, but that was like their whole gimmick. The TV would start talking, and they would do like a little skit every now and then. I don't even remember it. It's like a vague memory from when I was like 6 years old. But it was like a biscuits and fried chicken and, you know, chicken fried steak type, like Cracker Barrel with a talking TV. I'm sure now if you went there, it would be glaringly obvious how bad the picture is.
Exactly when was the last time your house won the Quidditch baby?
So have the 90% of this video. 90% of this video is him recording the line to get in. So let's skip.
Due to the speed and omnimover type of attraction this is, I could not get good video of trying the seat. Unfortunately, I did not fit, but the team members here were fantastic. So big shout out to them.
Oh,
and of course, you
God.
exit through the gift shop.
Unfortunately, I did not fit. I love that. I mean, man, I love that. Okay, guys, if you want to look him up on TikTok, he is fat tested travel. I mean, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Here's another schizo. This guy's truly schizophrenic.
Ra Inbo is Ra L-O.
So this guy says a lot of words, and I don't know like what they even mean together.
Ra Inbo is Ra Elohim, a body of light in a rainbow, a hue in the shape of a man, has been scientifically proven to exist and is why we name all people humans scientifically.
This is full
now,
schizo.
they also state no man has seen that body of light with another body of light do things that make women in their image and survive, which is interesting because I have seen what they call the invisible creators make babies. And since they say no man has ever seen that and lived and would like me to tell them about it so we can scientifically prove how they make women as well, I was thinking maybe women should learn how to see it. Maybe that's the catch. That's why men say no man has seen it and lived. Maybe because it's time to give women a chance to study those bodies of light using sun disc tabernacles and monstrances so they can find them in nature.
What was that? So yeah, he had to just put a real quick video out with absolute gibberish. I mean, he was saying stuff, and I'm sure it made sense if you know maybe what he's talking about. But I mean, that was beyond me. What else? Oh, there was a good TikTok. Oh, where did that thing go? You know, I'm not going to talk. I guess, yeah, California's flooded. I'm not going to play all the videos of the flood. California's completely flooded, which is funny. You know, God washing it of its sins, you know, all that stuff. So
you have to start gooning. Stop edging and start gooning.
Here's a nice motivational video. Stop edging and start gooning.
You have to do it now. You hear me? Do it now. Right now. Goon. You have to start length maxing.
So if you don't know what gooning is, start.
Girth maxing and goon maxing. Don't let your dreams stay dreams. You have to turn your dreams into a reality. I don't care if she left you, all right? I don't care if you have bad days. Everybody has bad days. But you have to pick yourself up, wipe the dust off life's wounds, and keep pressing on. So goon, damn it. Goon.
Goon. And then the rest is just inspirational slow-mo video. Stop edging and start gooning. Which are, you know, they're synonymous with each other, but they're not the exact same thing. So there's layers to it. There was one more video of Tom Cotton. Where did this TikTok go? Did I not upload this? Give me 1 second. Here it is. I think this is it.
You said today, as you often say, that you live. Of what nation are you a citizen?
So this is Tom Cotton, and apparently all the CEOs of like all the companies trying to destroy us and zap our brain cells and, you know, get us addicted to small hits of dopamine. You know, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, they all met together in front of Congress to talk about, I don't know what, but this clip from Tom Cotton, which is from my state, Arkansas, is, I mean, I was just like, what is going on? What is this meeting even about?
Citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in Singapore. I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two and a half years in Singapore.
Do you have any other passports from any other nations?
No, Senator.
Your wife is an American citizen. Your children are American citizens.
That's correct.
Have you ever applied for American citizenship?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Just so we're clear,
a member of the Chinese
you're not
Communist
Chinese.
Party?
Yeah, okay,
Senator,
great. I knew he was going to slide one of those in.
A member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm Singaporean.
Let me ask you some hopefully simple questions.
I love that. Tom Cotton. This is Tom Cotton. So you're saying you're not Chinese. Why do you look Chinese? Have you ever been part of the Chinese Communist Party? Okay. Here, bring up this picture. This is a Chinese man. Now, he's Chinese. Are you Chinese? Like, what is... So, I mean, that's got to be brain dead, or he's doing it for, like, publicity or something. I don't know. Maybe Tom Cotton is... this cat is just struggling. Okay. Any last words, Ben? Okay. No. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This has been the AfroMattt Show. If you enjoyed this, please share with a friend. This is how, I mean, I guess this is how we have to do it, because I'm not going to pay for advertisements anywhere. You know, let people know that this is what you listen to. Listen to it in public, because that's good. You know, if you're going on a long road trip, say, hey, yo, can I have the aux? And then play this. It will be a fun time, a good riot. Oh, gosh, my cat just bit me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Goodbye. Hey.